peppers are one of my favorite crops. They're beautiful plants. They like a warm summer. We're not having a warm summer, so they're coming on slowly. And a lot of people are eating their peppers green. And, you know, that's how they're sold, so that's not that uncommon. And here in the United States, we're used to eating green bell peppers, and that's the sweet pepper that a lot of people know about. And we've got some beautiful examples here, these gorgeous green bell peppers, and these are certainly at a fine stage to pick now. But a lot of people don't realize that a green pepper is an unripe pepper, and that if you leave them long enough on the bush, all peppers will turn color, whether that's red or yellow or orange, when they're fully ripe. And a fully ripe pepper, I think, tastes a whole lot better, is more digestible, and has much higher nutrients as well, really high in vitamins A and C. So I personally am kind of a snob, and I don't eat green peppers. But since a lot of people do, and we're tired of waiting for our peppers this year, you certainly could pick them at this stage. And so I always like to have clippers with me, because if you try to just break off a pepper, you could break the pepper, you could break the branch of the plant. So it's kind of hard with varieties where they're tied in, you know, quite this tight to each other, sometimes to, especially on the very first one, to get in there and find the stem and actually cut it. There we go, but I got it. So yeah, that's a nice green bell pepper if that's what you like. But if you left this on the plant about another 2 weeks, it probably would turn color. Temperatures, you know, if temperatures are adequate too. So I personally would think it's worth waiting for. I might reclip the stem, so if I was putting all these in a box, I don't want them to hit each other. But what all of us in America are not that used to is a lot of different sizes and shapes and colors of sweet peppers. This one here is called Jimmy Nardello, and these are earlier. A lot of these other types actually turn color much sooner. And we've been picking these already, but here's one that didn't get picked this week, and you can see that it starts to turn a nice red. Now this is a long, skinny pepper, as you can see, and how this is often used as grilled. A friend of mine last year had one of those stovetop grills, and she just put them on the grill, turned them a few times until they got soft, and then we just picked them up and ate them. Oh my gosh, they were so delicious. So really sweet, really nice, rich flavor. Neat plants, very compact and upright, so you could get these into a small garden too. And another favorite variety, because they're so prolific and early as well, is gypsy pepper. These start off this kind of waxy color, and as they ripen, they get a nice little blush on them like this, and then they turn this beautiful kind of orangey red color when they're fully ripe. But you can see how many peppers we have on these plants. So chili peppers are generally a little easier to grow than sweet peppers, especially bell peppers. They tend to be nice little bushes that stand up by themselves, and they produce pretty prolifically. And this is a cayenne here. And people are usually used to eating cayennes red ripe. But all chilies, just like other kinds of peppers, as they ripen, will turn color to red or orange or whatever. Even jalapenos and serranos, which people are usually used to eating green, I let them go red ripe because I think they taste better. So, you know, these cayennes are just starting to go from green to red, and you can use them fresh like this, or they're easy to dry because they're so thin. And you don't really need to have a clipper for most chilies. Most of them, you can just kind of lift them, and they just come right off. You don't have too much danger to break the branches, except for really big ones like anchos or poblanos, something like that, in which case they might need to be clipped as well.